anyone sign this one out. I think we'll just keep it handy in case anyone wants to use it, refer to it. I also have pulled this book here. It's from a series called Opposing Viewpoints. And that's where they take a look at a topic and show you one side of an argument and then another. We have actually a huge collection of these. And the corporate social responsibility book I pulled for you, I thought was quite interesting because it takes a look at just a couple of, an example of a chapter, for example. Do corporations have a social responsibility to protect human rights? And that is something that Mr. Christie addressed earlier, about the children in the Congo who are leaving school to work in these mines. There's no safety regulations for these children. They're exposed to chemicals all the time. There's no safety protection for these children. Anyway, that's sort of an example of what you might find in this book. Okay,
so that's called corporate social responsibility. And
So,
you'll recall the statement we had debated in class, be it resolved that a company should limit use of harmful chemicals even if it compromises product effectiveness and profit. And so this sort of this reminded me of what we just did in class. This is an excellent book.
Yeah, and we have a pretty good collection down here. But I know that a lot of young people like to use computers, and there's great stuff. So one of the things I'd like to take you to today is a place that you can go to get information that's very academic in nature. It's reliable, valid information that you could use in any research paper, whether it be in high school, college, or university. Going to Wikipedia isn't good enough anymore. It's okay if you want to get maybe a little overview on a topic, and they do actually have at the end of the Wikipedia articles further readings, and sometimes it's good to get some ideas of where they got their information, because generally speaking, Wikipedia is a compilation of information they've gathered from other sources. What I'd like to show you today are the databases that are available to you through the Peel Board of Education. They pay lots and lots of money for these to be available for their students. Has anyone used them before? I see a couple familiar faces that may have been down with me before, and I've shown them to you. So I'm going to just take you to the databases, and I'll do a quick search just to show you how to use one. And don't worry about not remembering the steps, because I've written them on the board here, because you can get to these on the iPad. And the other nice thing about the databases is that they're available online at home. And I will write the passwords on the board for you, and you can take a picture of the passwords or write them down, whatever you like. And I believe if you hover over I'll show you later, when you hover, I think it tells you the passwords in case you forget to get them. Okay? These databases are something you will probably use between now and high school, and if you go to college and university, the schools you go to will have their own database collections as well. So basically, so you just click on library, which is on the far left side here. Sorry, I don't know why it's all crooked, but here we go. So you go to library, and then, actually I'm going to show you a couple of things. First, just in case you don't know, this is the ESS library catalog, so that's how you can get access to our actual catalog here, which is usually set up on those computers in the back, that sort of side wall there, and you can look up a book on your own, or if you're not sure how, I can help you. And so that's basically what it looks like, and you might type in, I think when I knew what I was looking for, I knew we had lipstick somewhere in that book, so I just typed in lipstick, because I knew the book had lipstick in the title, and there it was, right here. And usually there's a picture, so you have a visual when you're going to the shelf, the title, and you can click on it and get a bit of more detail, the author, and then 363.19 is the Dewey Decimal Number. So that tells you it's a nonfiction book. You're going to find it, generally speaking, in the stacks there, those columns of books, all right? And then the important part, is it available? In fact, it is. There's one copy available. And so that might be a good idea for you, and again, if you want some help finding these books, I'd be happy to do that. So that is our catalog. And as well, we have a quick access to the Mississauga Public Library here too, if you happen to be on the Arundel website, or you can just Google it. Now, databases, that's the third one down. So you just click on databases like this, and you'll see a pile of books on top of a computer, because databases are actually considered a print resource, even though you're accessing them on the computer, because they're often from journals, magazines, books. So you would go to access the digital library from school, and if you just take a look at the one that says from home, notice when I hover, there's a username and password there. Okay, so you can get to it from home. some of the databases, when you go to them, it only actually asks you for one password. So just put at home as your password. Okay? So there you go. And there's some ebooks below there, but they're not really relevant to what you're doing today. So you just click on that, and then it'll take you to this page, and you click on secondary. You should be using secondary resources, not elementary. And, okay, so here you go. Notice all these, we have so many databases. We are so fortunate. Now, you can do what's called a power search, and I mentioned that on the blackboard here. A power search, if you click on it, allows you to to search all the databases. But quite honestly, to me it's not as bad as a Google search in that you do get a lot of hits, and some of them won't be relevant. You might feel a little overwhelmed even with a power search. But I want you to know that's there if you want to do just a gigantic search. You can also click or unclick ones you don't want to search. So it's a really great feature, the power search. If you know, though, that you would like to go to a very specific database, for example, the one I wanted to show you is called Environmental Studies and Policy Collection. Right, that's the one I thought I focus on with you today. So you can go just right to one specific database if you like. And this one, when I went to it yesterday just to sort of play around a little bit, Okay, so this is what the page looks like, and I just went onto the search bar here, and I thought, I wonder how specific I have to be. I'm just going to research toothpaste. See what happens with toothpaste. And so what comes up? They give you some more specific topics to look at, but I just searched toothpaste. It's a little bit slow. I know it's because it's the morning. Computers are slow in the morning too, like us. It really isn't much faster. Actually, the iPads will be faster than this. And well, I have a minute to show you. I don't know if you guys know that whole new lab there and those computers. They're all brand new computers, and they're awesome. They're so fast, and you can do things on it that I can't do with my little old computer in my office. It's very sad. Anyway, so here we go. I looked at toothpaste. There are 95 magazine results, and you can see that 56 of them are academic journals. Oops, hold on here. What is the breakdown here? It seems to be a bit of a breakdown. You can get images. I think it was the second one I thought I liked. Oh yeah. There's the perils of parabens, chemicals in our beauty products linked to breast cancer.
Oh, perfect.
I know I'm always looking for, I personally am quite interested in this topic, and I always read my labels before I buy things. I try my best not to buy things with parabens, lauryl sulfates, things like
And
that.
that's something that you guys might want to, if I could just interject it for a little bit. You know, one of the things that I would like you to do is, as you look at some of these products, part of the research is, you know what, pick one thing, like, you know, parabens or phthalates, or there may be other things that are in here, and do a little research, do a search on it, include that as part of your mind map. See what is a chemical that's found in some of your personal hygiene products of your choice.
And what other names they use to disguise that they're using them. Because things like MSG come under, there's several other names for MSG, which is not good for you. Parabens are widely used as germ-fighting preservatives in a number of cosmetics and personal care products, including deodorant, shampoo, makeup, lotion, and toothpaste. Methylparaben and propylparaben are the most blah, blah, blah. So you can just get a little summary there. Oh, is that going to be useful to me? Oh, yeah, it will. So you can just click on it and go to that.
Now, they can access this from home as well, is that correct?
Absolutely. Yep, that's what I was...
And this is directly linked off of our school.
Teal District School Board.
That's right. And they go to the library database.
Yeah, I've got it all
Right,
here.
and it's all.
They
I mean,
want to write that down,
it would be a good idea if you guys take a picture of what's on the board and have it on your phone. So if you want to go quickly and access that, would that be?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to mention too, that fantastic thing about the database is, if you find an article, you can, and maybe you're worried you won't find it again, or you can usually bookmark, or you can email yourself or someone else, maybe a partner you're working with the article. You can print it. Another nice thing is there's citation tools, and if you need to make a works cited, or I guess APA is a references page in science, if you need to make a references page, the citation, you can usually just get it right from the database, they'll create it for you. For example, here, you would click, anyway, it's not moving over, I'm not sure what I'm on. But you would make sure you click APA and save, and then you can, it'll create a little citation for you. And you can copy, there it is, citation done.
Wow.
So you copy and paste it into a Word document. Just keep a running list of where you're getting your information, where you're doing research, and then of course you're going to have to put it into alphabetical order. You can, either while you're doing it or after, whatever. Make sure you get the title. We can do another lesson on that if you want later. But anyway, so there you go. That's a fantastic thing, because you should always be giving your references, of course, about where you're getting your information. So that's one of the articles we get. There were several actually for toothpaste. I don't want to, I know you want your research time, but I just wanted to show you an example of the databases and how fabulous they are. There are science databases, Science in Context, Science Reference Center, amazing places for you guys to get information. So the fact that we don't have lots of books is not going to be an issue, I don't think. And I think that's all I need to say for now. When you do